What's up, everyone? Happy Black History Month and happy early Women's Month, right? 'Cause that's March. Nailed it. This is Press X Star Podcast, Season 6, Episode 7. Press X Star Podcast is an audio and video podcast seeking to transform the video game media landscape through an underserved and protected point of view. I am your host, DJ, a.k.a. Sexy Bad Choices, a.k.a. Little Boy Violet, a.k.a. Do You Know Who Rihanna Manuel is? No? Okay.
She is who doesn't?
Oh, okay. Okay, Sean. Well, who is she? Who is she?
She is a cis hetero woman that did things that you're about to tell us.
Well, she definitely did things. I'm not sure if she's cis or not.
I hate you so much.
All right. Well, Rihanna Manuel has many talents.
Rihanna. Sorry.
From work in game localization on Halo to marketing titles big and small to her insight featured on What's Good Games. Shout out to them. They're awesome.
Wait, you're talking about Rihanna?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I know who she is. She like I wasn't even paying attention to who you were talking about because I was looking at Sean making an awful
but she's currently senior manager brand marketing. I feel like there should be a word in between there. For the relaunched G4 TV. So shout out to her. Pretty cool. All right, who else is here?
It's your boy, your heavyweight champion from Witch Nigga, California, aka the janitor because we watch niggas, aka guess who's got 2 thumbs and landed his first feature film in LA? This guy, Marcus Ellison.
Wait, what?
Yup.
What? Oh, can you not say? Is it NDA? Are you under like?
I can talk to you about it off the cast.
Yeah, I'll make sure to not record that conversation.
Send me a Discord DM right now about what you're doing so I can have an on-screen reaction.
Oh no, just do it in the chat so we all can have an on-screen reaction.
How big was the casting couch?
This was a me and Marcus request.
Was it leather or suede?
It was lavender.
Oh, that was super effective.
The flower?
Is this velvet? I am Sean MF Ross.
What the MF stand for?
Caught me off guard. I don't know. I don't have one this week.
I wasn't expecting that.
You never asked me that before.
Had to keep the energy going.
And I'm Avery. Hello, everyone.
Oh, look at that! Nice.
Have a wonderful time.
All right, guys, take care. Marcus, did you put the thing? You didn't put the thing in the chat. Put the thing in the chat.
I'm doing it now.
God, you're so slow. Do it. Hurry.
What? Continue the cast.
Well, while Marcus is taking his sweet time typing in letters, talking about he's gonna be in a new Marvel movie. As we said, this is Press X to start, and the things we're gonna talk about today. There was a new Pokemon that got announced, and as I said, I call myself Big Boy Violet, Little Boy Violet. I don't know.
Yes.
We're gonna talk about the it. We're gonna talk about the game, the trailer, just for a little bit because it's cool. It's just a little teaser trailer. We're gonna talk about the PSVR 2 reveal. And then for the heavy hitter, it's going to be what we've been playing, which is, of course, Elden Ring, because everyone's playing that, and Horizon Forbidden West, because everyone's also playing that. So those are the things we're going to talk about today. And now let us jump into the talks of Horizon Forbidden West. Marcus, you go. Where are you at right now? How you doing? And what are you doing?
You know, Horizon Zero Dawn was a game that came out, and I appreciated it for what it was. It was a strong 8.5 out of 10 for me. Didn't think much about it after it came out. And so Forbidden West was coming out, and I was just like, okay, cool. You know, we got us another Horizon game. This is cool. Not that excited about it, but I'm excited enough because it's a first party PlayStation game. Mm-hmm. Cop this joint. This joint slaps. Like I'm having a great time with this game. Like,
I'm so glad to hear that.
Yeah, no, I'm having a fantastic time with this game. I'm not even really following the story half the time. Like, honestly, if I'm gonna keep it real with you, I don't give a fuck what's going on in this game. Like, I don't care at all.
You will,
but
you will.
Oh, absolutely. But right now, right now, Marcus's Aloy is like, shh. Where's the robots? I want to kill the robots.
Exactly. I'm running around to every question mark on the map that I can and finding new stuff and killing things. That's what I'm having a great time doing. In terms of story, like I'm done with, or I think I'm mostly done with Chain Scrape. I'm at what is it? Bitter? No, not
Barren Light.
Barren Light. Yeah, I'm at Barren Light.
Have you gone outside?
Okay. He hasn't done the embassy yet.
Yeah, I haven't done the embassy yet. So I'm like still relatively early in the story overall. But what I will say also is, and this was a conversation that we had in our Discord, I never really thought that much of Aloy. I thought she was a fine character. I think I forget what the actress's name is, but I thought she did a good job.
Birch.
I thought Ashley Birch did a good job of what she was given in the first game.
AKA Tiny Tina.
Yes. And many other things, because she is a tenured actress at this point.
She's also rocking that gray hair.
I remember, side note, I remember when she used to do these YouTube videos
with her brother.
It's like what you're playing with her brother. Yeah. So like seeing where her trajectory has been cool.
Wow.
But yeah, I thought she did a good job in the first game, but I just didn't think too much of her. There were other characters in PlayStation exclusive games that stood out more to me. In this game, I feel like I'm getting to see more of her. I think that in the first game, because she's definitely an introverted character, which I can appreciate, but I didn't really think much of her. Now I feel like she's blossoming a bit more, and it's pretty cool to see. But yeah, like I'm mostly just enjoying this game for the gameplay aspect of it. There's some jank to it. I cannot stand Aloy's hair. Like I like Aloy's hair just be freaking out on a daily basis. And I'm like, for all the talks of the facial fidelity, which is really good, in some places it's really weird looking, but in most cases it's really cool. But the hair, good God. Like I just almost I wish there was customization so I could just give her like a buzz cut and just keep it moving so I don't have to pay attention to it. But
what you miss, Marcus, is that her hair is basically where all her stress goes.
Clearly. Because that should be wigging out. But I'm enjoying the gameplay in this game a lot. It just basically expounds upon the good aspects of the first game and smooth certain things out, which is really great. Like I said, the graphical fidelity is pretty crazy. The amount of detail put into the NPCs in this game is revolutionary. That at this point, it's going to be like, if you're not putting this amount of TLC into your open world, then you're going to look pretty silly by comparison. So yeah, like right now, this game front runner for game of the year for me. We'll see where things go, but
yeah,
good on you, Guerrilla Games.
For sure. All right, Avery, who is the farthest in this game. What is your impressions so far?
My ongoing impressions.
Yeah.
The game continues to excel in every aspect that I want it to. That being said, I'm in a weird, tepid place in that this is very much a game that is my game of the year, but this is also 2 months into the year, and I am confident that a game will beat it out as game of the year.
Oh yeah, I agree.
That being said, right now it's fundamental. Right now, I'm just in love with the moment. If this, we talked about games being gold standards, this thing like that. This is 100% the gold standard for an open world. Like
Absolutely.
Every environment you go to is lush, like filled with life is weird, but filled with things that interact with details and fights and like you start off in the Daunt, which is a sort of like a foresty, grasslandy, rocky kind of area. You move into No Man's Land, which is very much half of it is lush forest, flush forest. The other half is harsh desert. Then you go further into that. Then you start seeing more and more environments. Like at the part I'm at the game, I'm at like jungles and like beaches and like wind and like freezing environments. It's like this is a much better version of the last game's map, where last game's map was very much Super Mario World of forest, desert, winter.
Yeah.
But this is so much more interesting and more veiled thing. But like we talked about how like the map is huge, and like it's weird because I remember looking at the Far Cry 6's map. It's Far Cry 6 or Far Cry 5.
It's not the same. Like, goddamn, I gotta go through all of this shit. You kind of want to see everything this has to offer.
Yeah, like Far Cry 5, I opened that map and said, fuck this, and I stopped playing for a minute, and it took me a while to get back. This is when I opened the map, I'm like, it doesn't seem that bad. I'm, according to my in-game clock, I'm like 44 hours into the game, and I'm like, I haven't even actively explored half of the map. And
That's
like,
wild.
because
That's wild.
Because I will tell you, there are parts of the map that are just gated. Because I was looking for a specific part. I was looking for, and not just like hard gates. Like there is, when you're in No Man's Land, there's like a hard gate to the next area where you need to get to a specific quest to get over the mountain, I believe. There might be a way around it, but I know there's a quest to deal with that, like finding a way to get over the mountain. I was looking for, I want to say, Tide Caller. Yeah, I was looking for this specific, like, you can make one of the coolest things that Horizon does, I wish all open world games would do, is that fucking give you the ability to, if there's crafting or like things you have to look for, make that a quest that will pinpoint it on the map, tell you where it is on the map. I was looking for this one part for this one machine called the Tide Caller for like 20 hours, because it was like all I needed to get like a level. Like I had, one of the things this thing does to gate your progress is that it puts like end game gear really early in the game, but it gates actually purchasing it with parts that you won't get for getting later in the game. So like I got this really cool bow. Like I think we were talking with Sean about the bow. I've been using the normal hunting bow from level 1 to level 25. I was using the normal hunting bow, and like it was being outclassed by other weapons. Like other.
So wait, real quick. When you say you were using normal hunting bow, you mean that class or that specific bow?
That specific bow. The hunting bow they give
it only has normal and acid.
Yeah.
That bow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
That's what I use.
So I was just using that weapon the entire time and just offsetting damage via other weapons I really enjoyed. But like I was getting to a point where I was feeling like I should be doing more damage, but I can't with this bow. However, I found a bow like 10 hours into the game that was like purple and had like a higher skill ceiling. And I'm like, oh, this is great. I can't buy it because I need a Tide Color piece. So I went gallivanting across the map and I got to the Forbidden West. And like, it's all ocean.
Oh, no.
And the game is like, you can't go forward. And I'm like, okay. And so I went back. I found the Tide Caller. Cool boss fight. Not boss fight. Cool encounter. Also followed something called, I think it's called Spine Disaster or Spine Destroyer. It's a Spine Destroyer from Jurassic Park 3. All I want you guys to know is it's more hardcore than the Thunderjaw. I'll just tell you that.
Oh, okay. I like that.
And anyway, I'm having a hell of a time. I'm running into a lot of technical bugs. In that, I will tell you in the Discord, it was like 3:00 in the morning. I was like, hey man, I think I'm out of game breaking bug because there's a specific mission to get the rebreather, the mission that gets you the rebreather, so you can get infinite breath on the water. Like there's a section of that I just couldn't pass. Like I reloaded the same checkpoint 100 times, couldn't get past it.
Yikes.
I had to, thankfully, I do a thing where every time I go to a bonfire, I save. So I have like,
I need to start doing that.
I have like 50 fucking saves. So I just went back like maybe 5 minutes or so, went back. The mission was done. Mission went past perfectly. But for a hot minute, I was Totally scared.
Yikes.
But I'll talk more. I want to hear from Sean because we didn't hear from him last week.
That's true. Yeah.
This I played the first one, of course, over. I think that came out the same time as the Switch and Breath of the Wild, and I feel like I went the opposite direction as everybody else. Everybody glommed onto Breath of the Wild, and I'm just like, this isn't a typical Zelda game for me. So,
we went the same direction, Sean. I also stuck with Horizon.
Yeah, I played Horizon, loved it, platinumed it last year for whatever reason because I was missing stupid stuff. This game really opens up in terms of story, and I want to say gameplay once you get past the embassy, and then furthermore, I want to say once you get into a specific mountain. I don't want to spoil anything. And you're going to get the MacGuffins. I just got the diving mask, and as I was telling them earlier, I got to one big ass boss, and he's saying that's not even the most dangerous thing. Shit.
The stress in his voice.
One thing I love about Horizon is how hard the combat is without being like banging my head.
It doesn't feel like you could be doing better, or you should be using different elements or different weapons.
Or your melee.
I know that I'm still early in the game, but I have yet to feel like there's nothing that I can do to beat something. It doesn't ever feel impossible, which is cool.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I do feel like they have ramped up the difficulty, though. Correct me if I'm wrong, Avery. Shit just feels harder.
Oh yeah, it does.
Overall.
Stuff does more damage to you.
I don't know if it's because I'm still using the original drip, the original Nora anointed shit. I mean, it just looks too good. I can't switch out of it. I'm sorry. One thing I do like about the game is that, and I was telling them this as well, there are some points of the game where it feels like you're cheating or you're breaking the game or you're doing something that you're not supposed to be doing when in fact they coded it for you to do that, on purpose. But it just feels like you're getting away with something, but you're actually progressing the game. It's hard to explain until you actually experience it for yourself.
Yeah. I literally ran into that like after Sean said that, and I was like, yeah, I totally get it. Like it feels like I shouldn't be able to do this, but I'm totally doing this and I'm actually able to like complete this puzzle. Like, yeah, it's really cool.
Like I remember people not when in the Breath of the Wild world, people I just want to climb everything. I don't like jumping around like Aloy, janking up walls. I'm so glad they kept that shit in the game because I find nothing more. I find nothing more satisfying than instead of just looking for handhelds of my focus, just seeing like, this is an incline. Can I jank my way up this? And I'm like, 100% I can.
Right. Can I jank it? Yes, you can.
Okay, so okay, you have more to say, Sean?
Nah. I mean, I'm enjoying it. I'm going to objectives and stopping along every little thing along the way. It's just it's compelling.
Yes,
it's a very compelling game.
Yeah. So I am also loving this game. Like, I didn't want to jump and say like, oh my God, this is my game of the year. And I find myself, if I'm playing Gundam, if I'm, running my dailies in Genshin, if I'm playing Elden Ring, I'm thinking of Horizon. And it's just like, this is gonna be my game of the year. Unless, like, as Avery saying, like something else like comes and just dethrones it. Maybe Pokemon, we'll see. But yeah, I am absolutely loving this. As you might notice, listener and viewer, we aren't talking about the story, and that is we just don't want to spoil the story because that doesn't mean that the story is bad. The story is great. There are really amazing surprises, and I cannot wait until Marcus hits like the first one. And boy, like
it is the most like the last game had a bunker sci-fi premise, but the sci-fi like the sci-fi reveal in this game is so bonkers that you're not expecting it. And like I will tell you, as I'm farther in the game, it gets even more insane.
I can't wait. I cannot wait. Oh my gosh. Like, man,
also,
like,
because it's February, shout out to all the black people and black love in this game.
Yo, no, for real.
Oh my
I
gosh.
am impressed with the amount of people of color, especially black folk or brown folk in this game with all different looks and presentations. I'm like, all right,
Shout
Guerrilla
out to,
Games.
Shout out to Zoe and Varl. You're not there yet, Marcus, but I absolutely love them too.
Part of the game I raged at.
I am.
Why?
Okay, I'll explain.
Oh no, because
Does Varl get less annoying because
no. He gets better, but like Avery has a point. Go ahead, Avery.
Yeah. Okay. So the part I raised at is my joke about the first Horizon with how thirsty that game was, and everyone wanted to fuck Aloy. And this game begins, and everyone still wants to fuck Aloy. and like I have been saying on multiple occasions, just let me fuck Varl. Just let me fuck Varl. That's all I want to do. Like if you give me agency, that's all I'm going to do.
Right.
And then Zoe shows up, and I'm like, God damn it!
My man said, "Oh." I'll get this back home.
Shout out to Bangalore from Apex Legends for her appearance in this game.
That's who that is.
Yeah, Erica Latrell.
That's awesome. Okay, awesome. Yeah, like I'm absolutely loving this game. I think my first impressions on it, I was very confused about the melee and how it works, and I've completely turned a corner on that. Like I rely on the charged melee attack. Like there was the
my man wants to square up with a T-Rex,
bro.
Couldn't
like
be me.
The armor that it gives you, it is just like, oh, I didn't take any damage at all. Like what the fuck? So like the go ahead.
So we talked about this last time about how cool the Valor Surges are. There's a Valor Surge that gives you the Horizon 1 endgame armor ability as just a casual ability.
The shield?
It gives you a shield back.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't need super armor when I can literally just take 500 extra damage and just be fine.
But yeah, so like this game you get like skill tree stuff and you can invest in and kind of build out your own Aloy. And I really love the different features or different abilities that you get. And it got to the point where like the first ability that I got was you do an attack and then you follow up with jumping off of the person and you kind of hover in the air for a little bit and you can shoot them. And then that gets built upon with the Resonate Blast, which you build up charge, you put it on the person, you jump off the person, you shoot the blast and it explodes the person. And that works for the robots as well. Like there's just so many options that this game gives you. And like I got to the point, like I'm actually interested to get like further into the game because I actually tried to jump up a couple levels and square up with the Thunderjaw. That didn't go out too well. I got missiled to death. Like didn't even know it had missiles like that, and it definitely showed me some of its
I
elements.
need to use some of that stuff. I'm not using any abilities.
Like
I think
wait a minute. Like what? Really?
Straight hunter both, pretty much.
Oh, like my normal combat flow is whatever they're weak against. I start off by like using that. I might part break or I might try to explode one of the containers, and then once they target me, I wait until they're like, I don't know, probably like 10 feet away in Aloy's height range or whatever, and I just charge the charge attack, and I pretty much like normally they run after you and they do some kind of like wild attack or whatever, right? The charge attack will give you armor, so you're able to essentially tank that hit, and then charge attack, at least for my charge attack now, because I've built my warrior tree, I just topple the robot over and I just do the critical strike. Usually that's enough to take the robot down. Sometimes they are able to get up and just kind of rinse and repeat. But I'm absolutely loving this game. I'm in Plain Songs, that area. So I'm
amazing looking area.
Yo, oh my god. That just reminded me. Yeah, as you know, as you can tell, I'm absolutely loving this game. There was a moment where the chorus part where they're singing. So there's a part in the story where the people of this town, they're deliberating on a decision, and in a way that they do it, they have like an actual chorus sing. And if you are outside of the city or outside of the town, you can hear the singing. And the way that it kicks in, it's like it's kind of low. Then as you get closer, it starts to build up and build up and build up. And I was
That's how
literally
sound works, DJ.
Yes, you were absolutely right. That is how sound works. I'm just explaining for those who don't know how sound works. Sean, gosh, you gotta be inclusive. But so I was fighting robots, and I was like, yo, this background music is actually kind of fire. And then like as I was getting closer and closer to the town, I was like, is this coming from the town? And then I got up to the quest and like talked to people like, that's them singing? Like it blew my mind of like how I forget the word, but like just how like baked into the actual game it was. And it's just like yes, yeah. And it's like this is just like a quest. And it was so mind blowing because at one point, like I stopped and I was just listening to the music and I'm just admiring the wind blow the trees around with the dead robots around me. And I'm sitting there just saluting them, picking up like chips or microchips and stuff. Like this game is so great. Like this is going to be the benchmark for open worlds going in the future. And
yes.
I cannot wait to like get further into this game. That all being said, this game is not perfect and I have run into a ton of bugs. Actually, I almost ran into my own game-breaking bug where I was basically just sitting on. I was in one of the cauldrons. I was sitting on an arm that I'm supposed to jump off to like another arm, and for life of me, I just couldn't. I couldn't jump off into the other arm, and it was just like, what's going on? And it was a thing where I was sitting there for like 5 literal minutes just trying to jump to the next arm, and because of the way that the game is made, like I couldn't do anything else but try to make this jump. It was annoying. I eventually made the jump and I was able to complete that mission. But yeah, there's just a bunch of technical bugs and quest bugs as well, because I also had another quest bug that I actually have to go and check to see if I can start that quest. But yeah, with all that being said, like I am really, really enjoying this game and I'm having a great time. Yeah. If you are curious about getting Horizon, you haven't played the first one, you should play the first one, but you might not. You could probably just watch a like 20-minute like and then
I mean the game begins and they kind of give you something resembling a refresher course, and the early section of the game, like the part where you're walking around with Varl, basically is an exposition dump. So
it's that's something I forgot to touch on last week. I hate the beginning of this game. I think up until you get to the snake boss fight, I think it's one of the most boring things ever because it so feels
I
like
agree.
Horizon 1.5 instead of this is Horizon Forbidden West.
Yeah. That's true. I could definitely see that. Like I kind of I understand why they did that, especially with like now being in the game, knowing what the game is like. Oh, they kind of had to do that to build on.
I will say because I don't think they were banking on. I think because of just the generation that we're in, and I'm assuming that they were like, okay, a lot of people are going to be buying this game that haven't played the first time.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. But that is what we have been playing. You can expect more of this stuff next week, depending on how far we get, or there's a new game that's announced and it's like completely world breaking and we all have to play it and it's like a multiplayer Gundam game that's gonna be so awesome. Well, with that being said, that has been our podcast. We hope you enjoyed this episode as much as we enjoy making it. Don't forget to rate and review on your favorite podcasting apps, and like, subscribe, and share with your friend, even your mom, on your favorite YouTube channel, which is our channel. If you missed any of this, you can find all details and more on our website at pressx2start.com. Until next time, you take care. Ukraine, be safe. You wash your hands, you wear your mask, and be good to your mom. It's Women's Month. Do it.
Uno out.